Last week I brought you all along as I cleaned and minimized my kitchen, and today I'm going to show you guys cleaning and organizing of my pantry. So stay tuned. Hey y'all, I'm Heidi with Heavenly Minded Home. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm so glad you are here. We have been going through over in the HMH Collective, which is our membership program here on YouTube. That's when you click that little blue join button. We're looking at 10 weeks, a 10-week study of being a heavenly minded homemaker. This summer we did a biblical womanhood study. Now we're finishing up the year taking those principles and then looking around the house and going, how do I do the things? And one of the biggest points to that I have found is keeping a simple and minimal home. It makes life so much easier when you're not drowning in clutter and chaos everywhere you look. So I am showing you guys my whole process of how I do this, going through my entire home from room to room, clearing out, minimizing, decluttering, and organizing each and every space as I go. And I'm going to film the entire process for you all to see. Not because this is the only way in the whole wide world to do it, but praying that this gives you guys some encouragement to tackle your spaces as well. Even if you need to start with just a closet or a drawer or just one little space and get going, now is the time to do it. Guys, I promise you, it is cozy outside. It has been cold and rainy. I would love nothing more than to be snuggled by the fireplace doing absolutely nothing right now but reading a good book and drinking a hot cup of tea. But I am forcing myself. Kids are outside playing. I am going to start on this pantry. I'm going to get this pantry done, and then I'm going to sit by the fireplace and drink my tea and read my book, because I've got to get this stuff done. And this is important, and I need to have my priorities in their proper order. So taking care of this stuff is what needs to happen. So if I can do it, you guys can do it. We can all get this done. Kitchen is so much better. I love now that everything has been cleaned out and organized. You guys can go back and watch that video. These are all on a playlist as we simplify going room by room. So you guys can go back and watch that if you need to. We're gonna dig into this. I have two pantries. Our house was built in the 70s. It's kind of funky and weird, but we make do with what we've got. I have one pantry that used to also house our dryer, but not the washer, just the dryer. But now the dryer is downstairs in the basement because we can't use up here anymore. It was a whole thing. So I have one pantry that is our food pantry. Yes, that means we have to go up and down the stairs to take our stuff to the dryer, but it gives us more room in the pantry. So that was actually kind of a nice thing. And then I have a second little tiny, weird, odd closet that is like our baking pantry. So it's more so all of my baking supplies, baking tools. And then I also have a shelf in there for like odds and ends things, trash bags, and a basket of I don't know, there's a lot in there. Guys, I have organized this before on my channel for y'all to see. My baking pantry is like one of our only spaces. We don't have a lot of storage in our house, and the storage we have is kind of oddly laid out. The baking pantry is kind of that space where it's one of the very few spaces that I actually have a door that I can close, and so all the things that like I need to get to but I can't get to that are something to do with pantry, kitchen, house, something or rather, usually end up in there. And then kids get in there and other people get in there, and then it all gets closed behind the door, so I never look at it except for when I open it to like throw something away or grab something real quick and I go, this needs to be dealt with, and then I shut the door really fast. Do you guys have a space like that? That's my space. So I have above the kitchen sink where our baskets are that stuff gets put because it's trying to stay away from the 3-year-old. And then I have in my baking pantry where stuff gets crammed and the door gets shut really quick so you can't see it. That's what we're dealing with. So I'm going to show you guys the spaces in their absolute horrific glory. And then I'm going to go through my same process where I first pull everything out, give everything a good scrub, then I separate stuff. What is garbage? What am I absolutely using I need each and every day? What is not stuff that I need each and every day? And then I'm going to separate and act accordingly. So that's what I'm going to show you guys today. Come and see my messy pantries. going to show you guys this pantry first. These were bifold doors that I took out, I put together, and I need to put a magnetic clasp up there, and I just never finished it, and put handles on, so we have more of like a French door style pantry. But this is our pantry. I did do a couple things in here. The door doesn't want to stay open. Hello, darling.
Hey.
What you doing?
I'm going to play a find. I broke her here.
You broke her what?
This.
You hit her head?
Yeah.
Oh no, did you tell her sorry?
No.
Well, go tell her sorry and give her a kiss.
No, I don't like kisses.
You don't like kisses? But you gave your sister a boo-boo. Why don't you at least tell her sorry? Can we go tell her sorry? Okay, we're gonna have a conversation off camera. Second time's a charm. Okay, so these were the wire shelves. This was just yucky whatever. I did a while back, I bought these shelves at Lowe's and I just left them as is. I should have put a clear coat on them, but I didn't. But I just did wooden shelves, left the same wire racks. And this is all contact paper. If you guys want a quick and easy pantry makeover, I just got contact paper off of Amazon. And you put it up like wallpaper. I have contact paper all over pretty much all of our closets. But here is our pantry space. As you can tell, there was some sort of organization here. And now it's kind of, I don't really know what you'd call this. I did add a wire rack down here that I got from Walmart to help hold sparkling waters and things. I'm kind of dealing with an awful addiction to salt and vinegar chips. So getting myself a box of mini bags to eat versus finding myself, I don't know what I was saying. Anyways, this is the main pantry that needs to be dealt with. And then over here, this little one here holds a trash can and all of this junk. See what I mean? I covered these shelves with a contact paper as well. There's baking stuff, but then there's also cleaning stuff, extra stuff, garbage stuff. I don't even know what most of this is. So these are gonna be our spaces today because, oh my goodness, true story. This is for the lawnmower. Oops, I'm just knocking stuff over. That's for the lawnmower. That doesn't even belong in here. I think this is empty. Yep, that's empty. See what I mean? Maybe your pantries aren't as bad as mine, but this is what my pantries look like, and they desperately need some help. Alright, we've got stuff pulled out. I went ahead, I left in the waters. I have to pull that out. That's an empty box. I'll clean all this. I gotta grab those. I'm gonna leave most of these cans up here because I did just recently organize all of this stuff. It's just other stuff got crammed in on top of it. So this for me, like, I know what this is and I know where everything is there. And I'm going to stand on a chair and grab that stuff because like noodles and rice, that's all organized in there. This is tea, this is different seasonings, that's extra tea, bulk cereal. This is like a more of a healthier cereal option. Those are my husband's secret snacks that we hide up here. And these are our baskets of like, this is extra soup mixes, but this is my basket of like secret snacks that no one can touch. Secret snacks nobody can touch. And then obviously just like a Pedialyte from when the kids were sick a little while ago. So I'm not too concerned about pulling all of that stuff out. And I did just empty and clean all of this a few weeks ago, so I'm not, maybe like a month and a half ago. Anyways, not terribly concerned about that, but I'm gonna wipe all that down, clean the floors in here, and then sort through what of this is stuff that is still good, we are still eating, and does need to fit back in there. Their sister is gone for the weekend, so they have been video calling each other the entire time. So, unofficial sponsor here, if you ever have fruit flies, which are super frustrating, Aunt Fanny's fruit punch or fly punch fruit fly trap, this stuff, it's really gross. Look at this stuff is amazing. You just get these, open it up, set them out, and it gets them all. Love them. So, unofficial sponsor for the obnoxious things that nobody admits to having to deal with that drives them crazy. Get Aunt Fanny's fruit fly trap fly punch. See, this is why I don't have sponsors, but get that stuff. It's really good. I'll link it down in the description. All right, all baskets have been brought over, sprayed with a little bit of cleaner, and rinsed off, wiped down. The girls are getting to watch Masha and the Bear while I get some cleaning done. All of my baskets, you guys, I'm telling you, pretty much everything is Dollar Tree. Whenever I'm in Dollar Tree, which I don't do often, but when I'm there, I look and see if they have any good baskets, different sizes, big ones, small ones. You guys saw the littler ones and the cutlery trays here in my drawers. So I will go ahead and I will pick up, like, these were great baskets. I got like 3 of them. If you don't have room to store them, just stack them in one another in whatever you're using them in. These were ones my mom had gotten from Dollar Tree. If they're not in the color you want and it really bothers you, spray paint them. Get some spray paint that bonds to plastic at Walmart. $3-4. You can spray paint them. Just let them do thin, even coats. Let it dry real well. I just left them as is. Honestly, if I cared enough, I could spray paint them all the same. I don't care that much. These were nicer, thicker baskets I got from Walmart. They were pretty inexpensive, but I got these woven baskets at Walmart about a year ago. I got this for some organization in our closet, but then somehow it ended up out in the kitchen, and we found out a loaf of bread fits perfectly in here. So this kind of became our bread basket. So that's what that's kind of become. But again, you don't have to be obsessive with it, but I will take in our laundry room, I have a wire metal shelf, and I just keep extra baskets in there. They can hold stuff in there when needed or just get stacked up in one another. Usually there's just a big basket with a bunch of little baskets in it, so at least I have some cheap and easy containers that I can pull out to keep things organized. So now with all of this, I'm going to go through. I picked up, this is empty. This has a little bit in it. I have a container that's all going to go into. There was some old stuff that needed to get tossed out. I just got a new thing of chia seeds, but I have a bag that has still a bit too much in it to get combined in the container. So I got kind of that going right now. But I'm going to go through this. This is our basket that all of our s'mores stuff is kept in. When we have people over, one of our favorite things to do is to head outside and have a bonfire and do s'mores. When it's just us and the kids, we quite often will head outside and do s'mores. So this is our super awesome, amazing s'more sticks that some friends got us. So all of our s'more stuff just kind of lives here in the basket, easy, ready to go. But when I get ready, I will sort everything through. I kind of keep like-minded things together in order of where I would find them or grab them, right? I've got all of our shake stuff together. My husband, I make him a watered down Gatorade for when he's out walking in the morning. So I have that kind of kept together. Breakfast baking stuff together with the syrup and peanut butter. Oatmeal together. This copper basket here, in which I love so much, holds tortillas and pita bread, and there's some sourdough that got thrown in there. The kids had some leftover pretzels, so that's kind of a grainy type held together mixture of things. But I try to keep like-minded things. One of those baskets over there holds all of our almonds, and sometimes we'll have trail mix. It holds all of that together. These are delicious, you guys. If you want a little candied treat, these hibiscus, I'll link them down below. So good. We were gifted these as a treat from one of our family members for Pastor Appreciation Month, and we love them. I have been treasuring this box and not letting anyone into it because we went through the first box so quickly. I'm no, we're going to go through this slowly. So this is my yummy treat that I've hidden in the pantry. So anyways, everything has been, I pulled this out, cleaned the floors, wiped down your doors inside and out, all of the crevices, all of that's been wiped down. I didn't take all of the cans off, but I re-straightened all of that. So I just need to pull a chair over now so I can go through that stuff up there, separate this stuff on the table. I'll do that while the baskets are over there drying, and then everything will be ready to get put back in. And then I'm not going to stop. I'm going to head straight to that pantry next because that's the difficult one. The big one here, not that difficult. That one, I promise you, you guys are going to be amazed. That little itsy bitsy closet with that skinny little door is going to have 10 times more stuff out here than, you know, this big full would hold a washer, a dryer, and have extra space left over. Yeah, no. That one's the problem child, I promise you. Here is the finished product. So I have everything up on the top shelf. I've got our special mommy daddy snacks in there. Oops, if it'll focus. Soup mixes, obviously Pedialyte. There's some extra matzo sauce back there. This is Olivia's little activity tray. Extra cereal, it's like a corn and oat cereal, extra teas. All of these things up here are things that like only I access. Extra teas, some spices in there, obviously rice and noodles. And then here I've got, most of these are dinner pieces, oils, seasonings, things that mix in like that. Amazing Friends made this and we have some left. We've got our canned goods here, broths here, matzos and stuff for communion, some backup popcorn snacks for the kids, salsa, there's some pasta sauce back there. Down here, I've got all of our like grain type things here with, again, there's that cereal that the kids can get and pour out of. Getting a container out of Walmart to keep it all together, so much better than having the boxes. Cornbread for chili, our bread box. In here is like my pita bread, tortillas, crackers, yummy hibiscus that I'm trying not to break into. Like I said, one daughter is gone for the weekend with her grandma, so the other girls got a huge bag of popcorn from our local grocery store so that they can do movies while she's gone. And here's all of our like breakfasty stuff all together. I keep my cloth bags that just I just loop them in here off of a nail, and the rest of them are all in there mixed together, so I can grab those. Everything has been wiped down really well, walls and all. My addiction chips right there. These are an extra set of chairs that we have, so each kid has one of these at their desk, and then we have a fourth one that I just keep in here. It allows me to keep stuff up off the floor, and then that way if company comes over, it's easy to take that stuff off, move chairs out. S'mores basket, here's like potatoes, onions, plenty of sparkling water. These are like snacks that the kids can easily access. They want a snacky type food that isn't fresh fruit or veggies. Here's their shelf that there's stuff in a basket, stuff they can get to. Drink stuff, ketchup, because the 3-year-old eats ketchup on nearly everything. But that is everything that we actually need, is actually good, and actually being consumed. Nice, neat, organized. I can get to all of it. I know where it is. I have a lot of stuff in baskets just to help kind of contain it, keep it grouped together, and then kind of group together as far as what it is and what I use it for. So not too bad, but like I said, that was the easy one. Now it is time for me to get rid of all the extra stuff that needs to be thrown away. That'll move. That's the husband's. That's the husband's. So those things will get combined. It's time to tackle that one. emptied. This is our emergency box. We call it a rapture box. So like emergency things are in there. It fits perfectly in there, which means it's a total pain in the booty. Hello, dear. It's a total pain in the booty to try to get out. So I'm going to leave it there, but I'll wipe it off when I get in there. We don't feed our dogs dry dog food. They have a raw food diet, but we do keep that in case of emergency. Came in handy during when the whole COVID stuff first happened. We didn't feel right about buying fresh meat for our dogs when it was in such scarcity for people to get. So our dogs had to eat that for a little bit. So we just have that saved. It's kind of emergency food. Our trash can goes here. All of this is going to get scrubbed and wiped out. Open shelves. This is one I painted the inside of this a couple years back and then took just a thick marble contact paper and put it on here to make it a little bit nicer of a space. I do have command hooks in here for like fly swatters, things like that. Everything's gonna get wiped out. I didn't reach all the way back there and grab those things or that. They stay there. So we use them, but that's where they stay. So when I stand up here with the chair, I'll kind of wipe underneath them. Same thing up here. This is our like first aid box. That's my hidden treats box, and those are extra light bulbs. So when I stand here with the chair, I will wipe all that stuff down. So all of that is empty, which means there is now all of this. Can you guys believe it? This teeny tiny little pantry, guys. This is not even a full-size door. Like, this is a tiny little pantry versus that massive pantry. Look at the table. So this is like baking stuff that's supposed to be here. Then you have like a shelf of like things I need. My e-cloths, candle wax stuff, trash bags. I keep charcoal bags in all of our closets. Just throw them out on the first of each month to recharge. Love these things. But then, like, I don't know what happens to this closet every time. Like, that closet and that shelf up there are the death of me because they always end up just full of stuff. So I'm going to start going through all of this. I know like this. I know this thing of baking cocoa has been in there for, honestly, I don't even know how long. But I also know that I just in my grocery order this week bought this one. So I don't need to be keeping this old one when I just bought this one. That's going to go. Same thing. I got some fresh honey the other day because I couldn't find this honey because it had fallen behind stuff. And I need to either use this one up soon or it's time for this one to go because I have a fresh one. I keep my mixing bowls here in this pantry. I found snacks that kids were hiding from their siblings tucked down in there. My brother works at the Hampton here in town, so he brings us things like this massive bag of pancake and waffle mix. I put a ton of it in a mason jar, and then I take Post-it notes to make myself little labels on the top. We don't make pancakes and waffles that often, so this is going to take us forever to get through. This is probably going to be bad before I ever get to it. So I tried saving it when I put everything in here a long time ago, and I still have this. So this just isn't good anymore. There's no point in me keeping this. This I ordered because I thought I was going to be super healthy, and I was like, oh, I can totally add kelp powder to my diet. I tried it once and I about died. I hate this stuff. There's no way I'm going to eat it. No point in me holding on to it. I've been trying to switch over to monk fruit sweetener, but now it means that I've bought various different kinds, and I have various different monk fruit mixes floating around. So I need to get like a mason jar or something and like combine or something, so I'm not doing this. Same thing, look at, we use Himalayan pink salt. So I have multiple times bought bags to fill up my grinder, and then I forget or I can't find them, and now I have all of these bags of that. Yeah. So I'm going to start going through this stuff, see what we actually need, what we actually use, what can be given, what is trash, wipe everything down, clean everything up, and get it put back in there, organized and clean. Can you guys see this mess in here? The kids have been adding stuff all to the top of the dog's kennel. This is the next room to clean and organize. So family room desperately needs it. This is what's going to get it next, but let's get this finished up first. All right, everything has been wiped down. I just have to do the floors. All of this has been clean. Walls are scrubbed, wiped under that. Double check those that those are clean. Everything was good there. Yes, thing I thought I would add, like all of these walls, stuff that gets put in the trash can, gets spilled, that gets on there. I have painted like our whole house with semi-gloss white paint from Walmart by big, huge tubs, painted the whole house. Everything, with the exception of a couple places where they were out and I had to do satin, everything is semi-gloss. So I take my magic cloth and a little bit of spray just to make it smell good. Everything is scrubbed down. It looks brand new, minus where my contact paper ripped right there. But everything is nice and fresh white, down to the baseboards, all of it super duper clean because it's all semi-gloss. So I can scrub it down and it's beautiful. So now I'm going to separate, start putting stuff back. Hopefully next time I show you this table will be empty and this pantry will be nice and organized. That's what we're going for. Alrighty, moment of truth. Ta-da! So much better. So everything up here, like I said, I've got light bulbs. It's like first aid stuff, secret treats, knives. We keep them up here. Baking stuff that I use frequently enough to still hold on to, but not so frequently that I need to have it like right where I can reach. Mixing bowls, we do keep a couple pitchers and drink dispenser for summertime. All of the oils are kind of up here. Extra coffee. Moving down, I have our powdered goods and I made sure to make some labels for everything. I have some bulk sugar back there. Extra sweeteners, extra teas, extra honeys, yeast, seasoning, baking stuff. Anyways, that's all here. I always keep a box on hand. My mom has celiac, so whenever she comes over, I make sure I always have something yummy. If it's birthdays or something we're doing, I can make something for her, so I keep that on hand. My vitamins in here that I don't want kids to be able to get into, so they're kind of in here on the shelf so I can take those. I do have most of this open. I wanted to leave it that way specifically, so throughout the month and whatnot, as I'm grocery shopping, I have different things to add in here. I have a spot already nice and open. I can easily access these things, but if I buy a couple things that need to go in here, I have an open space that those can be set. I have a couple extra baskets I can always set here too, so stuff can go in there. Down here is like a multi-purpose shelf. Oh, I also put a little hook up there, so my charcoal bag's hanging on it, my duster's hanging on it, command hook down here for that. Don't mind the crying 3-year-old, she's upset right now. She can't play on the TV, so she's losing her mind. Basket here again with things contained. It is birthday season for us every month until March. Somebody's having a birthday, so candles on hand, tape, duct tape. We keep hand sanitizer because our kids are always making slime, and this will get slime out of fabric and hair. Ask us how we know. So we keep that on hand. Stuff for, again, this is just a Dollar Tree little tin here with my yummy, smelly stuff. These are things that I need access to, but less frequently. They're in a basket back here. Extra diffuser that I just can't use at the moment, so it's back there. Extra cleaning stuff, trash bags. I have a toolbox with stuff, but this is like screwdrivers that we need to access, thing for my little hand vacuum, things that we need to get to quicker. I've got a hammer over here. These are all of my e-cloths. I love e-cloths, so these are all of my cloths in for here that we do all of our cleaning with. And then down here, I cleaned out all these baskets, got rid of most of the stuff. I just have one basket left of more like, we don't have a garage, and I don't want to have to go down to the basement for everything. So some of my little project things, there's that. Our emergency box, everything has been dusted, wiped, cleaned. I can put the trash can back in here now. Ta-da! And look at that. Pantry is nice and clean and put together yet again. It's not a process that it's one and done, but at least for now, we are good to go. So, I officially look a hot mess, but that's okay. Got everything done. I made sure the kitchen is back to ready. Table is wiped down. So everything is staying in order since I goofed all of that up, pulling everything out. Pantry is done. Baking pantry is done. Everything has been scrubbed down. So much has been thrown away. I loaded up, I think like 2 trash bags full of stuff to just, it needs to go. It's already been opened. It's probably bad, but I hold on to stuff and stretch stuff way too long. So all of that is gone now. Everything has been organized, put back, feeling much better. So again, working in each space, clearing everything out, scrubbing it, getting it good and deep cleaned, and then putting back just the things I know our family is literally going to use instead of holding on to a bunch of extra stuff that I don't need to have in there in the first place. So that is done. I'm super excited. Next is moving into the family room. So I will get that done and share that with you all. It'll probably be a 2-part thing because one part will be just deep cleaning, scrubbing walls, ceiling fan, behind the couch, all of the things. And then the other thing is our homeschool closet, which I honestly have not hardly touched our homeschool closet since the last time I did a video on that. And it's been a really long time. So I've got to drag everything out of there and deal with our homeschool closet. It is a small closet, about the same size as our baking pantry, but just like the baking pantry, it holds far more in it than anything else. So family room is next, and then we'll keep moving on through the house. But I hope you guys have enjoyed seeing how I at least go through and clean and organize my pantry spaces. If anything, I pray this can be an encouragement to you to get into your space and tackle that, get it pulled together so that way you can have a space that is, it's useful, right? It's organized, it's clean, maybe even just a little pretty and you enjoy it a little bit, but more so that we can be heavenly minded in all of our keeping the home duties that we have throughout our days. So come over and join us in the collective. Just click that blue join button to join us for our Heavenly Minded Homemaker series, where we're taking 10 weeks to dig into all of these different areas and really look at how we're doing these things with practical application, but still digging in and looking at the heart of the matter in all that we do. Because you can have the prettiest, most organized house in the whole wide world, but if your heart is not right, you are not right with Jesus, you are not focused on the things that are eternal, then we're doing it all in vain. And that's absolutely not what we want to be doing here. So praying this can bless you all, encourage you all. Anything we can do, please reach out and let us know. Be sure to join me on Instagram. I share lots of little things over there as well. I'm gonna go get a shower. I'm gonna put on pajamas. I'm going to go curl up over there with a nice fire going and a book in my lap because I'm exhausted now. And I will see you guys all next time. Bye all.